Hello, Internet. I have one question for you. When you have 2 or more, maybe 20 different decisions to make about one thing, you can go in more than one direction. How do you know which is the best choice? Here's the answer. You don't. I mean, you can use some amount of foresight and knowledge of the situation and try to anticipate the possible consequences and the likelihood of you being right or wrong. And at the end of the day, there's always going to be some amount of unknown, some amount of uncertainty, and you just don't know. Like, right now, I assumed it would be late enough in the day and kind of cool enough that the mosquitoes would not be around in this area, because we've had a lot of rain in the past few days, and I'll use stagnant water attracts mosquitoes. I assumed it'll be cool enough that they wouldn't be a problem, but I'm kind of getting eaten up right now. I was wrong. Choices have consequences. Every single choice has a consequence. And by the way, not making a choice and deciding to back off and let things happen, that's still a choice. It has consequences. The only benefit that has is you get to tell yourself, oh, well, it's not my fault because I didn't do anything. Not doing anything does make it your fault. So, yeah, like basically in 2 minutes, I've already told you what you need to know. You can never know the potential fallout of all your possible choices beforehand. Sometimes even after the fact, even years after the fact, you still might not know whether or not you made the right choice. A few examples, like back when I was getting into cryptocurrency in 2018, I think. I believe the price of Bitcoin had dropped to like 8,000 at that point. And my thinking was, oh, well, it can't possibly drop lower, so I'll buy now. I only bought like $25 worth, so it's not like I was risking a lot. And of course, the price dropped to 7,000, 6,000, 5,000, 4,000, 3,000. Made a bad choice. There were consequences. And well, actually I made 2 bad choices. I bought early, thinking the market would go up. Also, I adopted the hodl philosophy of just ride the roller coaster. In about 50 years you'll be. That's a little off topic, but I have issues with the hodl philosophy when it comes to anything where your only way of making profit is to sell. And if it's like land or stocks that provide dividends, where just holding it or maintaining it, in the case of land, generates revenue, then I can understand you're just holding on to it. But if the only way to make a profit is to sell it, but that's beside the point. The point is, adopting the hodl philosophy, my little bundle of Bitcoin and my bundle of Ether as well, kind of plummeted in value. And when I finally, earlier this year, around February, I want to say, I don't have my spreadsheet in front of me, so but anyways, I keep records so I don't have to remember them. Little tip, don't try to memorize everything. But somewhere around January, February, March of this year, I kind of started looking at my holdings and started contemplating selling a loss now so that I have more capital that I can deploy to make up, via trading, the loss. Well, earlier today, Bitcoin hit 8,000. So I could technically have sold for like break even on my very first purchase. And of course the later purchases, had I been patient. Did I make the right choice? Who knows? Moving away from money, another story. This one a little more personal. I believe I was in high school at the time, and my mom was diagnosed with cancer, and she was presented with two options: radiation or chemotherapy. And both really suck. I mean, really. I mean, basically, it's like you pretty much almost have to die to kill the cancer and stay alive with either option. And she chose chemotherapy. Was that the right choice? Well, I mean, she survived and continued living. Like about a decade. I'm horrible with time, so I don't know when all these things happened. But many years later, her arthritis started getting worse, and a rheumatologist prescribed some arthritis medication. Well, or changed her arthritis. She was already on arthritis medication. He details. Arthritis medication got changed to a stronger version. She didn't like it because, or I think she didn't like it. I think that's the one she didn't like because it made her all loopy in the head. Anyway, about a year or 2 years before she passed away, she was diagnosed with congestive heart failure. Most likely because the chemotherapy bound to her heart muscles, and then the stronger arthritis medicine interacted with that to severely weaken her heart. You never know beforehand. And it's like, here's the thing. Chemotherapy has really bad side effects. That is a no. But it also saves lives. That's a no. Radiation therapy has really bad side effects. Known. But it also saves lives. Also known. So it's like, which way do you go with that? That stronger arthritis medicine. It was new on the market. Side effects weren't completely known. Was that a good choice? Who knows? I mean, it's even years after the fact, even after the consequences have fully played out, it's like you can't always know, was that the right choice? And even then, it's like looking back and trying to say, oh, I should have done that, or maybe I could have done it. It's like hindsight is 20/20 mostly. It's not even really 20/20 all the time. Because it's like you can't always know what you should have done, and then looking back and saying, oh, I should have done that, or I could have done that better. It's like it doesn't fix anything. I mean, if it helps you make better choices in similar situations in the future, okay, that's one thing. But you're dwelling on something and being like, if I really agonize hard enough, I can change the past. No, you can't. So the bottom line, the lesson to be learned is you can never know beforehand the full fallout of the consequences of any choice you make. You just have to be prepared to live with the consequences once they arrive. And then once they arrive, learn whatever lessons you need to make better decisions in the future. But don't sit there agonizing, trying under the belief that you can change the past, because you can't.